HBO's Emmy-winning drama series Succession is back. Ambushed by his impulsive son Kendall, Waystar CEO Logan Roy fights to secure alliances to maintain control of the family company. Tensions rise as a bitter corporate battle threatens to turn into a family civil war. Catch up now and don't miss the show IndieWire calls Fall TV's must-see event. Succession is streaming now on HBO Max with new episodes Sunday at 9 p.m. And subscribe to HBO's new Succession podcast, hosted by Kara Swisher, for in-depth conversations released after each episode of the series.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard that tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back, legally, on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. 99.9
KISW, the Rock of Seattle. There's a guy, his name is Federico. He's from Indonesia. Just posted a story on Facebook about the sweet revenge that he got on someone who threw shade on him. Uh-oh. He was in line at a fried chicken restaurant last week when he overheard the woman behind him talking to her kids. And she said they should only eat one piece or they'd wind up, quote, fat like the guy in front of him. Ugh. Wow, what a douche nozzle this woman is. So Federico decided to stick it to her by buying all the fried chicken the store had already. It cost him around $17, which is really, that's not that bad.
Where is this again? I want to go there.
Yeah, that's a pretty good deal.
That's a great deal.
So he walked out with 15 pieces of chicken as he heard the clerk telling the woman she would have to wait 30 minutes for them to cook up some more. That's awesome.
Okay, so I got to imagine... Is this like kind of like a place like a grocery store? You know how they have those little bins, like, you know?
Yeah.
I can't imagine like it's like a KFC, because if that's all it takes to swipe out all their inventory.
It was a fried chicken restaurant, which means he was able to. That's what it says in the story.
No, you're probably right. Then,
which means how had they all? That's all they had.
Maybe business usually sucks for them.
I was just saying maybe they cook super fresh. And so it's just, that's all that they had cooked at the same time. Maybe it's a smaller place.
Yeah, like you cook in small batches. But when I worked at a restaurant, fried chicken took like anywhere between 20 to 25 minutes.
Yeah, well, that's what they said.
Yeah, it takes a while to cook each piece.
That's a good deal, though, for all that chicken.
Why? I don't understand it. I don't understand why we have to be so mean to each other. People are that miserable. I used to just be me, but I guess now the whole world's like me.
I'm reading the Facebook comments, and there's somebody that says, I mean, objectively, she wasn't polite, but she wasn't wrong either. No, being too skinny or too fat is wrong. Take care of your health, people.
No, it's not wrong.
Oh, come on.
It is not wrong. People get to be whatever they get to be. If it's not right for you, sure.
You don't need to use this guy as a teaching lesson for your children and how much they should eat. That's just it's straight up just awful.
Yeah, that's emotionally abusive. You don't do that to somebody. And look, you may think you have a standard of health that works for you, fine. But there are all different shapes and sizes, and if it works for them, it works for them, and you just go, oh, it doesn't work for me. I want my body to be in a different shape than that. There's no reason to be rude, and it's just saying, the whole just saying mentality. Mm-hmm. Just because something is true in your brain doesn't mean that it's nice, and also doesn't mean that it's right for the other person. You don't know. Everybody's got different body types. Hell, you study the Ayurvedic culture of India, and they talk about how everyone's got different body types, and they shouldn't be eating the same way, including some people have a heavier set body type. They're supposed to eat different foods than people that are thinner.
He should have followed her around with her kids and just ate the chicken wherever they went.
Oh, that would have been so good.
This chicken's delicious. I bet your kids would love one of these pieces.
Yeah. Oh, I love that guy. What a great piece of revenge.
Plus, that would be a fun thing to do. Just buy them out of all their inventory. Not even to make a statement or anything, just because I want to eat everything.
$17 will get it done.
And it seems baller, too, when you're like, I want to buy all of your chicken.
Yeah.
Like, it just seems cool, even if it is only, $17 and maybe not a whole lot of chicken.
I always feel that way when I get one of every dessert. I always feel like I'm baller.
I've been there with you when you've done that, and it's pretty awesome.
It is, man. It's the greatest thing in the world. You go, I'll take one of everything. And
my favorite part is just because you want a taste of everything. It's like, I'm not going to eat all these. I just want a taste.
Dessert tapas. That's what I'm all about, baby.
I've been in two situations, though. Like, I've had you where you've done that, and then I've also been in California with D. Ted Smith, where first time we ever went to, In-N-Out. and he ordered one of everything.
What a great idea.
Yeah, there's not a lot of stuff on the item. It's not like they have a ton of stuff. It's no different than like a Dick's here.
Yeah.
You can get one of everything, and you're probably not going to, I mean, that's probably going to be under $40.
So you did have one of their shakes, right?
I was so wasted, I don't remember.
Oh, their shakes.
Probably. I really love shakes when I'm drunk.
I still believe that for a fast food place, okay, fast food. I'm not talking about if you go to a place that makes like the real fancy shakes, and I know you can get really, really good shakes. But for a fast food restaurant, you know, like the McDonald's, the Burger King, whatever, In-N-Out, I think their shakes are the best. I don't know what they put in there, probably crack, but I love their shakes more than anything else that In-N-Out sells. And I'm the only one that says that. Everybody goes, oh, their burgers. I go, nah, I like Dick's Burgers better, but their shakes are insane.
Yeah, I love the Dick shakes are great.
Yeah, I know. They're okay. They're okay. We're talking about fast food, right, Steve?
Probably.
You know. By the way, that's my favorite. That's my favorite radio show, the Dick Shake Show.
Yeah.
Whoa! That was the wrong button. Weird. All right, that was really a Freudian slip.
That way when you have one of their shakes.
Sure does. Yeah. Yeah.
How about what do you? Okay.
Are we going to a food situation?
Here we go.
What's your guys' opinion on Jack in the Box shakes?
I love them.
They're okay, but they're not. You know, In-N-Out's my favorite.
I think they're great, but man, you really have to strengthen your sucking skills in order to get that shake.
Oh, they are thick
because it's impossible to use a straw. You have to use the straw as a spoon.
Yeah.
If you want to wait till it thins up, man, you're gonna have to wait till the next day.
Yeah.
They're too thick.
See, I like my shake.
They're delicious, but they're too thick.
I like a shake I can drink. I don't like at that point, I'll just get an ice cream dessert. Is how I look at it.
Oh, yeah, and then I'm going for a Blizzard.
I do get frustrated. Yeah, it's like, I don't want a Blizzard. I want a shake.
Yeah. I love the Jack in the Box shakes because they still come with the maraschino cherry and the whipped cream, right?
Yep.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
I tossed this cherry out.
What?
Those cherries suck.
Go home. They kind of do.
You guys
they're not real cherries.
No.
They're cherry-ish.
Bunch of artificial crap on a cherry.
That's why I love it. I mean, really, then with the cream. And
It's ruined all cherries for me. That's how bad they are.
Okay.
I'm with you.
Not all of them.
Yeah. No, that's the first thing. As soon as I get the shake, which, look, it is delicious. I take that cherry and I throw it out the window.
Oh, you
Let
guys
the birds have it.
This is why the terrorists are winning.
Yeah.
This is why. You know what? Rev and I, the only thing we'll ever agree on is on cherries.
Clearly.
Apparently.
Yeah.
I've never had a Frugal shake, but people are texting about Frugal
I haven't been to Frugals. I got to get down there.
Frugals is freaking awesome.
I got to do it. Yeah, I really got to make that happen.
And go balls out when you go to Frugals.
Pardon me, I don't want to get arrested. I just want to shake. I don't want to get arrested. I'm not.
I don't know why, but for some reason their half-pound burger tastes better than their quarter-pound burger.
Oh, really?
I don't know what it is.
Because it's more burger.
Is it a better ratio to meat to
it must be.
everything?
I don't know what it is. I mean, they're both delicious, but man, the half-pound burger is where it's at.
Steve likes a good ratio to his meat.
And buns.
So he says if you like shakes, get Wally's and Buckley.
Yeah, see, that's
Wally's
the thing.
is great.
I know, I got to go. I mean, and when we were in Buckley, I don't know what we doing. Were we going sushi in Buckley last time we were there?
Buckley. Yeah, we went to Trappers.
Yeah, see, that's the problem is that when I'm down there...
Bonnie Lake, but close enough. Yeah,
I can't hit all the great places. I've heard about Wally's, of course, Frugals. I want to go.
Somebody says always get a spoon when you get a Jack in the Box shake.
Yeah, that's why, again, In-N-Out. If you get a chance, if anyone ever goes, tell me what you think of the In-N-Out shakes. Everybody tells you to try the burger, but you got to try the shake too.
They're terrible.
Are you kidding me?
No, I hate. We've had this discussion before. In-N-Out sucks.
Dang, I wiped it out of my brain because I don't want to work with somebody who's a terrorist.
The shakes are the worst part of In-N-Out.
Oh, you are insane.
I'm just saying they're warm. They serve them warm.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
You got a bad one because mine was ice cold and delicious.
I like this text. My wife can drink a Jack in the Box shake with the straw. I'm a lucky man.
Yeah.
Oh, good for her. Good question from a texter. Blackberry shakes are the best. What's your favorite kind of shake, guys?
Oh, man.
Well, number 2 on the list, by the way, I tell you to go In-N-Out, which I'm a vanilla guy. I think it's but number 2, the Jamocha shake from Arby's.
Jamocha's good. I'm always gonna. I love the peanut butter shake at Kid Valley.
Oh yeah,
that is so good.
That was really good.
Really, any place that has a peanut butter shake, I'm a fan. Except for one place, damn Johnny Rockets.
That's because they didn't shake it for you.
That was such a letdown. I'm like, you have peanut butter shake. I got so excited. They gave me a vanilla shake, and like a little ball of peanut butter was dumped in the shake. It wasn't even blended in.
That's so lazy.
That was a bad. I think I just had a bad experience. I need to go back.
I think we had an employee that was on his way out.
He didn't care.
Yeah, he really didn't care.
Mine is I love the cream pies.
Excuse me?
Any kind of cream pie shake, they're my favorite.
I thought we were talking about thumbnails.
Yeah.
Like the Boston cream pie shake from Sonic, it's great.
Yeah.
Those ones too. But
I'm sorry, Steve. Just put a picture in my head now. I can't. I can't have.
Sorry.
I'm off my feed.
Sorry. Another person agrees about those cherries. They're zombie cherries. They're chemically enhanced to death.
Oh, they're so good.
And another reason to be jealous by me, since I just moved to Marysville with my own house, I live right next to a Sonic.
Oh, I love Sonic
and Popeyes.
so much.
I live next to so many good places.
Wow.
So come hang out.
Ooh, Wally's has a peanut butter shake according to this person.
Okay. I'm there for that.
See, my favorite one is actually down in there's Spanky Burger in Tacoma off of 6th Ave.
See, another great place. I've heard about
it's
Spanky
amazing,
Burger.
and they've got a butterscotch milkshake malt. I mean, milkshake and malt are the same things. Probably.
We need some T-shirts.
I want a Spanky Burger T-shirt.
Yeah,
I would
you
wear
do.
that with pride.
Yeah. I mean, it's literally like their tagline on their website is "Come get spanked."
No, it's not.
It is.
Yes, it is.
Why have we not? Why have we not adopted Spanky Burger to be our official burger?
Oh, I have.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Nice.
I'm glad we got to the bottom of shakes.
Yes, we did. Got this woman in Pennsylvania, and she and her family were recently eating at a Golden Corral buffet. Another food story.
How are their shakes?
I don't know.
You could make your own, right?
Yeah. She got kicked out. Here's why she was kicked out. He said she was dressed, quote, too provocatively, and some other people complained. So what was she wearing? Well, this woman was kind enough to go into a bathroom, take a selfie of her outfit, and it's a crop top that, it definitely shows cleavage and a little bit of her stomach and some cut-off denim shorts. But you know something? I mean, I'm looking at this picture of her. She's not, she looks like she's just dressed in a summer outfit.
That's what they consider to be.
They thought that was provocative. That is the most dumb thing I've ever seen in my life.
Well, let's not forget. Typically at the buffet places, it's an older crowd. So maybe to them, because there's some skin showing, it's just too provocative.
Oh, please!
Like you can see her shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, honest to God, I can't believe it. I mean, this outfit is ridiculously okay, and they're ridiculous for just basically saying they had to get her out. Wow.
She had to be kicked out for that?
Yeah. And she thinks, you know what? She thinks because she wasn't thin and not considered sexy, therefore they thought it was not an appropriate outfit. Which, by the way, I think she may have a point. You know, if it was a woman who people thought was thinner, who had if you will, a model's body, would they have been? Would those old people have cared?
See, I mean, that might be the case, but I think it's because there's just some people that are super, like the older crowd are just maybe way more conservative about how people dress. I don't know if it has to do with her being in better shape or not.
Yeah, you may be right, Steve. Either way, I hope I never become one of those old people. I don't know. Maybe that's considered just outrageous to them, but really, you're not watching TV. You don't know that this is a normal outfit for people. It's nuts. Of course, they had to because the regional manager got involved, and the regional manager usually, this is the one that has somewhat of a brain when it comes to organizations. A lot of times, local managers, unfortunately, with places that are, if you will, minimum wage type places, not the brightest tools in the box, and usually the regional manager's got a little bit more intelligence, and I can imagine that situation. The regional manager sees the picture of this girl dressed in a perfectly good summer outfit and had to go, what? They threw you out for this? Oh, I hate the stupid people that are in my management team.
Yeah, I mean, she put up a big post after the fact saying how she got a big apology from the corporate office and all that kind of stuff, and they're going to plan on retraining their staff at the restaurant and addressing the situation.
Yeah, I mean, she really does. I don't think she's that inappropriate. I mean, I wouldn't dress like that because I feel a little too conscious that I don't want my gut hanging out. But, hey, good for her. I see more and more people going to the beach in bikinis that you wouldn't think would wear a bikini.
I want to see you in this outfit, BJ.
I was going to say, you don't have enough cleavage to keep the tube top up.
I agree, I don't. But you know what? The gut will hold stuff up.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. You want to crop top me? Get those male tube tops that they got coming out? More crop tops? I'll do it.
Pass.
Yeah, okay. Pete Rose, Steve.
Yes, sir.
Pete Rose, who still is not in the Hall of Fame, is still one of the biggest hypocritical decisions made by Major League Baseball. And every year that goes by that they don't let him in just shows what hypocrites they are. But I love Pete Rose because he's a bit of a mess. And he just did an interview and gave the most insane description of a former baseball player's privates. You're going to hear from Pete at 8:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Joe DiMaggio was a great baseball player who also dated Marilyn Monroe.
Yep.
I wouldn't say he's the most attractive guy in the world, but he was famous.
Oh, a lot of people say I look like him.
Sorry, Steve.
I kind of said to Danny this morning, I'm like, he looks like he could be related to Steve.
She totally did. You know, he started off this morning saying nice things about me.
Sorry, buddy. I always thought Joe was a little goofy looking. Sorry.
Well, you're not wrong.
Yeah. Now, his brother Dom, not only was he more attractive, but Dom also played for the best team in baseball, where Joe unfortunately played for the losing Yankees. But Joe, he was a big star, no doubt about it. One of the biggest stars in baseball when he played, and probably one of the biggest stars of our country as far as sports are concerned back in, because baseball was the most popular sport. And Pete Rose, I guess, got to hang out a little bit with Joe, even though they didn't really play at the same time. But they were doing this tour of Vietnam together, and somehow got to see Joe naked. I guess maybe they showered together or whatever. I mean, it's not that big of an odd thing. You shower with your hockey buddies all the time.
Yeah, sometimes not even at the hockey rink. They just come over and jump in the shower with me.
So that's not unusual. What's unusual is just how Pete Rose described Joe as a penis with a man hanging from it.
We're down in, as you may not know, South Vietnam is a jungle. So the only way you could take a shower there is a guy had to get up on a chair, have a bucket of water, pour it into this canvas thing, his head, pull the chain, and the guy underneath took a shower. I gave Joe DiMaggio a shower. Now, the best way to describe Joe DiMaggio is he was a penis with a man hanging from it.
Wow.
I want someone to say that about me.
Yeah.
No one will.
Yeah.
Thanks, Vicky. If I pay them enough, they will.
Have we heard that about Joltin' Joe before? I mean, it makes you understand how Marilyn Monroe at least would go, I'll give this guy a shot. I hear he's got a Louisville Slugger.
I honestly haven't kept up on the dong length of most baseball players. So I know I haven't heard that.
Yeah, I heard about Milton Berle, who was an actor, and
Yep.
yeah.
Was it Tony? Who's the singer guy? Hey.
Tony Bennett?
Yeah, I heard he's got one too.
Oh, wow.
He's got a mule.
Good for Tony.
I hear Willem Dafoe as well has a big monster of a thing.
How about that? So I didn't hear that about Willem before.
And David Spade, right?
Oh, I don't know.
I thought there was a story about David Spade, and that's how he gets all the ladies.
I think you might be right. Yeah.
Wow.
And then Nick Foles, of course, in the world of football.
Yeah, and David Spade's not a tall guy. So like Vicky says, sometimes it's the shorter guys that are just toting.
Yeah, and it was Heather Locklear who said it. That's the reason why chicks dig David Spade.
Wow. Good for David. Jeez, how about you're a successful performer, and then that's also what you got going on?
I just love the headlines that are now being posted about Pete Rose's comments about Joe DiMaggio having
a penis with a man hanging from it.
One headline says, Pete Rose raves about Joe DiMaggio's jumbo-sized penis.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Then when Pete Rose weirdly brags about how huge Joe DiMaggio was during an interview.
Yeah.
And then Wiener with a man hanging from it. Pete Rose suggests Joe DiMaggio was well hung.
Yeah, there you go. So this is big news, as it were.
It's too bad that he's not alive to be able to hear this story.
Yeah. I wonder if anyone's going to back it up. Anybody that knew him or knew Marilyn, because I had never heard this before. Again, here's a guy who's really great at what he does. Like, he's already, if anybody could have a small penis, it would be somebody who's super successful, because they've got they can make up for that by being super successful. And you all right, fine, or even average. But to be that guy too, that's not right.
Yeah, I'm looking at this one news article from 2010 talking about how he had some good stuff going on down there. He had a large bat.
Well, and I see another guy in that, which you wouldn't know that guy, but Bob Feller, I know as Rapid Robert. He was a great pitcher for the Indians. That guy was also the crustiest and crabbiest guy in the world. How can you be so miserable if you're toting around that action?
Right?
Jeez, I don't understand that.
Because even if you have great action, it doesn't mean you give good action.
It doesn't matter. I know I'm always going to open the door.
Yeah, but it's not going to happen again. I've been with some guys that are not as well endowed, and they know what the hell they're doing. And then I've been with a guy who, I swear to God, they model certain things after him. Like, it was that perfect. And he was awful in the sack.
But you know what? If somebody told you about that guy, you'd at least give him one shot, right?
So in a way, it's kind of like the comparable to the super hot girl that really doesn't know how to have sex.
Exactly.
You hear those stories about a smoke show, but then the time gets romantic and you're like, oh, wow, that was unimpressive.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. But
right.
if there's two people in front of you, it's micro and macro, my micro and unbelievable.
Okay, micro, we're talking micro is nothing pretty much. I'm talking about the say like
Just something.
smaller. Yeah, something.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
maybe average or smaller than average.
Oh, well, average. I mean, yeah, you should be happy with average. I mean, what the hell? Average is...
Nobody wants a monster.
All right.
It's too much, man.
All right. Well, I'll make sure I'll tell people that. Well, people meaning my wife. I've told you don't want a monster, so see, you're happy with me.
So this is John Hamm. They call him Hamaconda.
Oh, Hamaconda.
I've had actually heard that before.
Hamaconda.
It's the greatest nickname ever.
That is a fantastic nickname. Jeff Probst, but we know because
I
they showed
saw
the
that
picture.
one, yeah.
They showed that Jeff is basically, you know what, he is your survivor.
Tom Jones, that's the one I was thinking of.
Oh, not Tony Bennett. Tom Jones.
Tom Jones, I heard it's going good.
Oh, good for Tom.
Liam Neeson, according to one person. No,
I have a certain set of skills.
Yeah.
Below the waist.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I'm good. Glad to know that about John Hamm.
John Hamm.
And his Hamaconda.
Hamaconda is the greatest nickname ever. Love it. Got a new survey, found out the 10 most common rules of the house that parents have for their kids.
Okay.
You're going to need these, Steve, because you just never know.
Okay.
You never know when you're going to have rules for your house.
We have rules for my house.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, stay away from the bathroom and the master bedroom.
Okay.
What rules do you have for Lulu?
Yeah.
Like, is she allowed on furniture?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Lulu can go wherever she wants.
So you're a pretty chill parent.
Yeah.
Okay.
that is not a
She's a
parent.
shad.
Don't call him a parent, Vicky. He's not a,
Thank you.
it's not a parent.
I am. We've raised a really great warrior princess.
And
Lulu.
50% of people, I don't know. I mean, it's nice to say these things, but I just don't think we do it anymore. And I don't know if it's that big of a deal. Always say please and thank you. Half the people say it's a rule in their home.
I think you have to teach it.
I think you should be, if you go over to somebody's house and you're like, and they offer you something to drink, don't you say thank you?
Well, half of the people side with me. They don't have that as a rule in their house.
I feel like you don't feel like it's a big deal because you're just so used to saying it, you don't realize you're saying it anymore.
Oh, you think that's what it is? All right.
Yeah.
I notice when people don't thank me for things.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't forget.
Oh, you don't forget?
That's the only thing I get grudge about. Not even like, no, I don't get mad at them, but like sometimes, people hit you up for tickets to things. And,
Oh, yeah.
And you try and be the right person. You're like, oh, you know what? I could get an extra pair for this. I'll take care of you. That's cool. I like that feeling. But if they don't show any appreciation.
Okay, yeah. How do they not thank you for that?
It's like, dude, you're on my list. My mental list. I'm not, like, I had that happen recently. Somebody hit me up. They're like, hey, can you get me these tickets? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm not sure if I can, but I'll try. I'll let you know. But if we do have extras, I'll definitely hook you up. And I haven't even gotten a response like, hey, thanks for, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh,
So
thanks
now
for checking.
I'm not trying at all.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like you gotta show some sense of just decency. Like, yeah, I appreciate you making the effort.
So they maybe grew up in a home that didn't do this.
Clearly.
Yeah.
All
They
right.
were raised wrong, and you're not getting the tickets now.
Whoa.
Vicky.
Sorry.
About half. Again, this is what amazes me, that these aren't rules of the house. Because, please and thank you. I guess it makes sense. I can see as a parent, I probably did the same thing. How about this? Only half of us think that you should always be kind. That's a rule of the house.
These are really lame rules. Like, I feel like these are just givens.
Yeah, but you know what?
You're in my house. I'm going to be a jerk.
They do say you only hurt the one you love, so I feel like you're not always going to be kind in your own home because, who else are you going to yell at?
I think it's just you're talking to a little kid. It's like, okay, you have to be kind. That is a rule. You got to be good. If you have to fight those urges to scream and shout and hit and bite, you have to be kind. So I kind of get it actually having to spell it out because they're little kids.
Well,
half
start
of us
getting
don't.
practice on that with Prince Miggs there.
I know. We're already teaching him to share his toys at daycare. He's a really good kid.
Oh, yeah?
So far.
Would you say that he isn't a
Sharing
good kid
is
if he
caring.
wasn't? Look, of course.
I call him a little poop because sometimes I change his diaper and then he poops right afterwards. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Okay, I guess that's why you'd call him a little poop, because he's literally doing it.
I respect that.
Wow. Yeah.
This nickname is Little Poop.
Okay, well, that's good news.
Prince Miggs, The Little Pooper,
Yeah.
a children's book that you never knew you needed until now.
How about this? Before you can play, you have to finish your homework. About half of us say that's a house rule. That makes sense. I remember that. If they got to do it.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of homework. I think homework is ridiculous, but I've had bad experiences with the Mercer Island School District and their homework
But
policy.
aren't you trying to teach them a little bit of discipline? In addition to that,
I can appreciate
there's
the
a bigger
discipline.
picture of, hey, do your homework and then you could do fun stuff. No different thing in life. You got to do the things you got to do before you can still be quote unquote a kid.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. That's why I like chores. Chores are a way to make them have discipline.
And that means you don't have to do them.
Exactly. How about this? Always put things back where you found them, Steve.
I
Or your
learned
father
that.
will step on them.
Yep, he did.
Yeah. That is, by the way, the number one rule that kids break, according to this survey.
That's
They
the one
never
that's
put things
toughest with
back.
Lulu. She takes things out of her toy basket and never puts them back.
She's a dog and not a child. This is for children. families.
Well, that's debatable, BJ.
Yep. Clean the dinner table after. Yeah, I wish more people would do this because when you go to a food court, it's amazing how people don't clean up after themselves. And that's something like, you're in a public space. You know they don't have enough time to come out and clean everything up. You know, it's not like we have servants everywhere. You know, they don't have people that can clean that table right away. I do that at Starbucks. How do people not do that? You clean up after yourself. You know,
dude, granted, it's not a house, but I feel like this is how people are probably at their home. They learn not to be respectful of whatever it is. Go to a movie theater. And look at what the theater looks like when you leave.
Yeah.
It's insane. How hard is it to take your damn popcorn bucket that you've just been shoving popcorn in your face, myself included, and carry it to the garbage?
Yeah, I don't get that.
It's entitled people of all generations are like, well, it's someone's job to do this, so they should do it.
Yeah, but you know how long it's going to take them to clean everybody's freaking mess, and then have another group of people coming into that theater?
Yeah, I agree. And the only place where, for some reason, I don't do that is the ballpark.
Really?
Yeah, I leave stuff at the seat. I've always been trained to leave that ever since I was a kid. And now that you bring that up, I'm like, ooh, I do it everywhere else but the ballpark. Ballpark, I leave all my stuff there.
Well, fortunately, I don't have a game to play as soon as that one game's over. So, you know what? It's okay, BJ.
Yeah,
I'm doing that.
But now that you bring it up, it's like, why don't I do that at the ballpark? I have no good reason, but I've just always done it that way. I've always just left my stuff there.
Yeah, garbage is all over.
Yeah, and I don't. Wow.
My uncle told me, we would go to basketball games in Albuquerque, the college team, and he would be like, no, leave your stuff. They pick them up for you. You don't take those.
They pick them up for you.
Yeah, and who's they? I don't know. But that was always the thing. That's why I got into that same habit, BJ. Which is I was told not to.
I'm that guy that if I buy some peanuts, which is not often because I feel like there's better concessions out there than peanuts, but if I do get peanuts, I'm trying to put all the empty shells in an empty cup or something.
Oh, so you're crazy because that was the great thing about being at a ball game. You could throw your shells everywhere.
Right.
And that's why I think that's the other thing. It's like, well, you're throwing peanut shells on the ground. They're going to come by and sweep the whole joint, so just leave everything there. But I'm not sure if that's the case anymore. If anybody who works for T-Mobile Park, any concessionaires or anybody that cleans a joint, is it okay or do you wish that we would clean that stuff up?
Yeah, I wonder. I mean, I've seen after certain games, after our Seahawks game, just watching the crew just go crazy. They're just trying to fly through everything. So
row to row,
They want to get it done so they can go home.
Yeah, I mean, I can appreciate that.
Somebody said, Steve, do you make your wife do her homework before she can play? That's a good question. Do it. She willingly does it.
Yeah, that's a very good question.
She's a good student.
This is interesting, and I wonder how many people do this anymore. I can't remember the last time we had this. Holidays, maybe? Having dinner together as a family. 44% of us think that's a rule of the house.
Every night?
Well, that's a good question. I don't know if it's every night. It used to be. I remember Sunday dinner was a thing. Even watching The Sopranos, which, just celebrated its 20th anniversary, that was a thing on that show. They'd always get together for Sunday pasta. Mm-hmm. And I don't even know if anybody does get together for family dinners anymore. And maybe it's a thing more East Coast than West Coast, but I can't remember the last time I had a family dinner.
Well, I literally just moved out of my parents' house last week for the second time, and that's the one thing I miss. We would have, sit down every night and have dinner together.
At the dining table?
At the dining table.
Oh.
Yeah, see, I'll watch it. I'll have dinner with my wife while watching a show.
Yeah.
I mean, whether we're sitting there talking, some days we're sitting there and conversing, other days we're all on our phones. We don't want to talk. It just depends, but we're there together.
Wow.
Well, it's like when I was growing up, I mean, I don't know how it would be now, but if you were at home during dinner time, you were sitting at the dining room table and we were all eating together.
Yeah, I've had that stopped in my house for a long time while the kids were still living with us at the later years. And now, I mean, Sarah's still at the house with me, and her and Jay Rubs, we never have dinner together.
No?
No, we're all just doing our own thing. Wow. Oh, well. No phones at the table, Vicky. Yeah, you don't win that one.
No way.
Yeah.
Brad finally chimes in.
Yeah,
no
well,
way.
I mean, most of these, it was we don't really have any of these rules. So.
Yeah, I know. That's right. That's why we're all savages.
Somebody says, I work for the Mariners. It's expected to leave items for cleanup.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
So keep doing it. Keep being a slob, BJ.
Thanks, random texter.
Yeah. Thanks, person who allegedly works for the Mariners.
They say they work for the M's.
Yeah.
That's what they say. They abbreviate it. If you work for them, you always call it the M's.
Exactly. So they work for the M's. That's good enough for me. I'll clean up anywhere but T-Mobile Park.
How about pick up at myself if you start winning some games, Mariners?
Oh, called out.
Whoa, they just won last night 14-1. What do you want from them?
He wants some games.
I want another 13-2 string of victories.
Wow, and then you'll pick up your peanuts?
Well, I always do anyway. So.
Okay, so that's the problem. They know you're going to do it anyway. So, you know, you got to really threaten them by bringing me. Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one wrong.
What city is signified by the D stamped on some U.S. coins?
D.
Delaware. No. Jeez.
What city?
Yeah, what city? Oh,
Detroit.
No.
Duval.
No.
I am surprised it wasn't Duval. I also was surprised that it was Denver. I didn't know that. You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Miggs at 847 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. If I call Travis, will I actually see him or someone who works for him?
Absolutely. When you come in to see my office, when you first call in, my staff will try to help you with any basic questions that you have. I can give you a call back, but they'll usually try to schedule you for a free consultation with me, the attorney, and I'll meet with you personally. We'll talk about the basics of your case, and I'll take you through a question and answer session that an interview that usually lasts about 30 minutes. We'll get the basics of your financial situation. I can answer your questions, and we can talk about whether bankruptcy makes sense, your non-bankruptcy options, and how bankruptcy could affect you, what the process is.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Get Macy's lowest prices of the season on great fall specials, like glamorous diamond pendants and earrings to complete any look. Now 60% off. And get ready for cooler nights ahead with 65% off Charter Club Damask sheets and bedding, now at Macy's. Plus, get your Macy's order faster when you pick up curbside or in store. Or try same-day delivery powered by DoorDash. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.